Jhin is League's best champion. Since his release on February 1st in 2016, Jhin has quickly become one of League's most beloved champions. Whether it be a large player base, consistent appearances in pro play, or just funny for, Jhin the Virtuoso is one of everyone's favorite champions. With an interesting design, satisfying gameplay, and a phenomenal lore story with some murderous notes to it, most people can agree that Jhin is one of the best, if not the single best, design champion in the game. So without further ado, throw on the ikeepittaco gameplay and let the performance begin.
The stage is set.
To start off, let's take a look at Jhin's character design. And admittedly, while I do play my fair share of Jhin, I only know the basics of his lore, but I'm sure if you need any more information, a certain horn-hatted lore enthusiast can help you out there. But for those unsure of Jhin's character outside of the game itself, prepare to enter the mind of an artistic serial killer. Essentially, Jhin sees death as a form of pure art, believing it's the most important part of a person's life. He wants to kill people with precision, delicacy, and artistic flair to make sure it's his masterpiece. Most notably, his art revolving, of course, around the number 4. And while this lore is pretty messed up on a lot of different levels, you have to admit it's an interesting take on the idea of a serial killer. He's not just a stereotypical hack and slash killer who's out to kill people just because he's mentally ill, but rather he's demented enough to see death as a form of pure art, and he really wants the performance to take someone's breath away. Quite literally. He's insane but precise, and the fact that he uses a gun shows that perfect balance. Even in his voice lines, he's aware of this juxtaposition, stating,
Yes, the gun is ironic.
Not to mention, he wears a mask for a smile with hours at a time. Okay, that's the wrong manipulator. And now while this lore is pretty unique and really cool in a weird, dark, twisted way, it's even more fascinating how well it translates into his gameplay. Jhin has some of the most satisfying gameplay in League. No questions asked. His gun has 4 shots, the grenade bounces 4 times, his W marks people passively for 4 seconds, and of course, his ult fires 4 bullets. And by the way, I just listed 4 things in his kit. Everything from the clinkiness of the grenades, the snapping of the W, to the power of his 4th shots, it really makes you immerse yourself inside the character from the game. Another amazing part of his character design in game is the sound effects he's gotten across some of his skins. Let's just take a brief moment to listen to some of these ult effects that you pull out your gun to and snipe your opponent down for their grand finale. This is why, without a doubt, Jhin's ult is one of the most fun abilities in the game for me to use. Gameplay aside, one thing I've seen creators such as Vars mention is that Jhin has a relatively low skill floor but also a pretty decently high skill ceiling. For those unfamiliar with those terms, basically it means that when you pick up Jhin for the first time or the first few times, you can still do pretty alright with him, but also if you play him a lot, you'll start being rewarded for your precision, which is exactly what Jhin's supposed to do. To make something both so precise and so powerful is exactly what Jhin's supposed to be, because he's a sniper after all. The reason I haven't mentioned balance in this video, of course, is because that's something that's always going to fluctuate, whereas his abilities and character design, those are going to stay the same. Yes, there have been times where Jhin's Q hits like a wet napkin and his 4th shot hits you like a freight train, but overall his satisfaction, abilities, and gameplay have remained pretty much the same. They're precise, calculated, and above all, dangerous. Not much unlike the Lotus trap I placed beneath you because you're not subscribed. You have mere seconds to run. As always, I really appreciate you sticking around for the full video, and feel free to let me know in the comments what your thoughts are down below. Have a phenomenal rest of your day / night, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Later.